We are now going to learn about days, dates and time. Okay, so this is also very logical in the language, and you'll be pleasantly surprised to understand how the system works in Mandarin Chinese. So let's start with the word tiān, tiān, Tian with a flat tone. So tiān, tiān means any day, okay, or a duration of a day. Okay, so when I want to say today, I will say jīntiān, Jin, jīntiān, jīntiān is today. Tomorrow will be míngtiān, 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 and yesterday was zuótiān, zuótiān. So jīntiān, míngtiān, zuótiān. And what if you want to say every day? You'll say měitiān, měitiān. Mei has a third tone. So měitiān, jīntiān, míngtiān, zuótiān, měitiān. So this is about when you want to express that today I'm doing something, tomorrow I'm doing something, etc. But what if you want to tell a date? Okay, so now date mainly comprises of three things. One is the year, one is the month, and one is the date. So in India, typically what we do is we say, okay, today is the 6th of March. So I will say 6/3 and 2026. But in Mandarin or most of the Asian cultures, you always work from the biggest to the smallest. So you start with 2026, the month being the third month and the date being the sixth date. So you will say 2026, 3 and 6. Okay, so a year, when you're talking about a year, the year is called nián, nián. So a day, a duration of a day was tiān. Okay, and year is nián, nián. Okay, after that comes the month. The month is associated, like most cultures across the world, the month is associated with the moon. So a month is called yíge. The moon is also called yíge. Okay, so the month is yíge. Year is nián. And for the date, they actually have given it a word that it is actually numbered. So when you're talking about the date, it becomes 2026 nián, 3 yíge, and 6 how. How means the number that the date has been given to. So if I want to ask you, which month do you like? Now you know the word for like, which is shīhuan, shīhuan. Okay, and if you remember the word for which, we said nāke, nāke. So I will ask you, ni shīhuan nāke yue, ni shīhuan nāke yue. Generally, it's the month of your birthday that you most commonly like. Well, 我喜欢1月，我喜欢1月. How about you? Right? So you can answer with 我喜欢 whatever number and 月, because the numbers, I mean the months in Mandarin are actually very easy. Okay, you don't have a January, a February, March, April, May. No. So you have first month. So what was the number 1 that you learned? E, right? So yue is January. Yue is February. Yue is March. Yue is April. Yue, May. Yue, June. Yue, July. Yue, August. 9月 September, 10月 October, 11月 November, and 12月 December. So, 你喜欢哪个月? Which year do you like the most? Also, now if I want to ask you the word how many, okay, so we've learned one word for how many, which says 多少. 多少, because we asked for the 手机号码, the mobile phone number, or the 护照号码, the passport number. Yes, with 号码, and the question word was 多少. Now in this case, this 多少 is used for longer numbers with a bigger quantity. But when you want to talk about numbers which have a smaller quantity, so when when you ask somebody how many, you generally have a ballpark figure in your mind. So if I am inviting people for a birthday party, um, approximately 20 to 25 people would come, so it's comparatively a smaller number. But if I'm talking about a wedding, then it may be a bigger number that I'm inviting. So I have an idea of whether it's going to be a small number or a big number in mind. So when you're asking the question, you ask accordingly. So when you're asking like smaller numbers, like you have 12 months in a year, so it's a small number. In that case, you use the question word qī, qī. Okay, so I will say how many months will be 几个月, 几个月. Then 一年, 1 year. 一年有几个月. Remember, 有 was to have. 没有 is not have. So the question is 1 year has how many months? 1 year has how many months? 一年有几个月? One question that should come to your mind now is, why is there no measure word in yi and nián? Well, there are 2 to 3 places, 2 to 3 words which don't have a measure word because they in themselves are measure words. So one is nián and the second word is tiān, the day. Right? So when I say I am going to my friend's house for 3 days, I will say 3 天. I don't have to say 3个天, because 天 in itself is a measure. Okay, if I say, okay, I was staying in China for 3 years or 5 years, I will say 5年, 5年. I will not say 5个年. Okay, coming back, 一年, 1 year, 有几个月, how many months does it have? So I will say 一年有12个月. 1 year has 12 months. Now, how do you ask for a date? The Chinese people, don't ask which month it is. They will say, how many months is it? Okay, so they will say 今天, today, 几月, how many months, 几号, how many dates, right? So I will say 今天几月几号, 今天几月几号. So if it is the July and if it is the 16th of July, I will say 今天6月16号, 今天6月16号. Right? So with this same concept, now you can ask somebody, when are you going to China? Okay, so typically that's what comes to us. Okay, I don't know how to say when. No, so you want to know the date, so you will just use the phrase 几月几号. Okay, whenever you want to ask for a date. So you will say 你几月几号去中国? Remember, 中国 was China, 去中国 is to go to China. So, 你几月几号去中国? Okay, so that person will say, 我10月12号去中国. 我10月12号去中国. Now, you'll have to give me the answer in comments below as to when he is going to China. Okay. With the same concept again, you can ask for somebody's birthday. Now, what is a birthday called? A birthday is called shēngrì, shēngrì. And like all words in Mandarin, this also can be explained. The word sheng is to be born and ru is the date. So again, this ru was an old way of saying the date. So this is also used in a lot of places. So you'll say shēngrì as birthday. How do you wish somebody a happy birthday? Going back, you remember, 祝贺你新年好. So we've done that, wishing somebody something. So here you're going to use the same word, 祝你生日快乐. 祝你生日快乐. 祝你生日快乐 is the speed that they talk with. 祝你生日快乐. And the birthday song is also easy. You just say the same phrase 4 times. 祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐. The same phrase 4 times. Remember, it's going to be very easy for you. Now, how do you use these time phrases? Okay, this 七月七号. When you're asking, you can either put it like, I can say 你七月七号去中国 or 你的生日几月几号. So approximately after the subject or before the subject is fine. When you are constructing a sentence with say 今天, okay, so 今天她看电视. Today she's going to watch TV. So first you talk about the time, which is 今天, and then you tell what the person is doing, like 她看电视. Or if you study Mandarin Chinese every day, I can say 我, and then you say 每天, which is every day. 学中文，我每天学中文, right? So you will not say, so in English you say, I study Chinese every day. Every day comes at the end. Here, the time words will come in the beginning, right?